Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the next video. Hope everything is alright to you, having a great day, and we continue with the third part of Past One at Rooney's. So let's begin. Have another beer? Suggested Cork. In his circle, the phrase was considered to be a card accompanied by a letter of introduction and references. No thanks, said the girl, raising her eyebrows and choosing her conventional words carefully. I merely dropped it in for a slight refreshment. The cigarette between her fingers seemed to require explanation. My aunt is a Russian lady, she concluded, and we often have a post perennial cigarette after dinner at home. Cheese it, said Quark. Perennial. Perennial. Cheese it. Cheese it. What does it mean, cheese it? Make it more cheesy. Said Quark. Home society airs oppressed. Your fingers are as yellow as mine. Say, said the girl, blazing upon him with low voiced indignation. Indignation. What do you think I am? Say, say, who do you think you are talking to? What? She was pretty to look at. Her eyebrows were big, brown, intrepid, 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 and bright. Under her flat sailor hat, painted jauntily, jauntily on the side, her chirkly, chinkly, chinkly, trinkly, trinkly, guys. Tawny hair, tawny hair, parted as drawn back, low and messy, in a thick pendant, not behind. The roundness of girlhood still lingered in her chin and neck, but her cheeks and fingers were thinning slightly. She looked upon the world with defiance, suspicion, and sullen wonder. Her smart, short, tan coat was soiled and expensive. 2 inches below her back dress dropped the lowest flounce of a heliotrope silk underskirt. Beg your pardon, said Quark, looking at, looking at her admiringly. I didn't mean anything, sure. It's not harm to smoke, Moundy. Rooney's, said the girl, softened at once by his amends, is the only place I know where a lady can smoke. Maybe it ain't a nice habit, but Auntie let us at home. And my name ain't Maudie, if you please. It's Ruby Delamere. Delamere. That's a swell handle, said Quark approvingly. Mine's McManus. Core here, Eddie McManus. Oh, you can't help that, laughed Ruby. Don't apologize. Cork looked seriously at the big clock on Rudy's wall. The girl Ubiquitous eyes, ubiquitous eyes, took in the movement. I know it's late, she said, reaching for her bag. But you know how you want a smoke when you want one. Ain't Rooney's all right? I never saw anything wrong here. This is twice I've been in. I work in a book bindery in Third Avenue. A lot of us girls have been working overtime 3 nights a week. They won't let you smoke there, of course. I just dropped in here on my way home for a puff. For a puff. Ain't it all right in here? If it ain't, I won't come anymore. It's a little bit late for you to be out alone anywhere, said Quark. I'm not wise to this particular joint, but anyhow, you don't want to have your picture taken in it for a present to your Sunday school teacher. Have one more beer and then say I take you home. But I don't know you, said the girl with a fine scrupulosity. I do not accept the company of gentlemen I ain't acquainted with. My aunt never would allow that. My aunt never would allow that. Why, said Cork McManus, pulling his ear. I'm the latest thing. I'm the latest thing in suitings with side wands and bell skirt when it comes to escorting a lady. You bet you will find me all right, Ruby. And I'll give you a tip as to who I am. My governor is one of the hottest crossbones of the Wall Street push. Morgan's cap house horse casts a shoe every time the old man sticks his head out of the window. Me, well, I'm in training down the street. The old man's going to put a seat on the stock exchange in my stocking my next birthday. But it all sounds like a lemon to me. What I like is golf and yachting, and well, say a corking piston round boat between welterweights with walking gloves. I guess you can walk to the door with me, said the girl, hesitant, hesitant, hesitantly, hesit, hesitantly, hesitantly, but with a certain pleased flutter. Still, I need, still, I never heard anything extra good about Wall Street brokers or sports who go to fights either. And you got any other recommendations? I think you're the sweetest, the swellest looker I've had my lamps on in a little old New York, said Croc impressively. That'll be about enough of that now. Ain't you the kidder, kidder? She modified her cheating words by a deep, long, beaming. Smile ambushed. Smile ambushed. Smile ambushed look at her cavalier. Well, drink our beer before we go, huh? A waiter sang. The tobacco smoke grew denser, drifting and raising in spirals, waves, tidal layers, cumulus clouds, cataracts, cataract, and suspended fogs, like some fifth element created from the ribs of the ancient four. Louder and chat grew louder, stimulated by Rooney's liquids and Rooney's gallant hospitality to Lady Nicotine. 1 o'clock struck. Downstairs there was a sound of closing and locking doors. Frank pulled down the green shades of the front windows carefully. Rooney went below in a dark hall and stood at the front door, his cigarette catch in the hollow of his hand. Transfer fins, fins, fins for, I don't know what is this, whoever might seek admittance must present a countenance familiar to Rooney's hawk's eye. The countenance of a true sport. Cork McManus and the bookbindery girl conversed absorbedly, with their elbows on the table. Their glasses of beer were pushed to one side, scarcely touched, with the foam of them sunken to a thin white scum. Since the stroke of one of the stale pleasures of Rooney's had become renovated and spiced, not by any addition to the list of distraction, but because from that moment the sweats became stolen ones. The flattest glass of beer acquired the tang of illeg- illegality, illegality. The medalist claret punch struck a knockout blow at law and order. The harmless and genial company became outlaws, define authority and rule. For after the stroke of one in such places as Rooney's, where neither bed nor board is to be had, drunk may drink may not be sad before the thirsty of the city of the 4th million. It is the law. Alright, guys, that was the third part. See you tomorrow on the next one. Thank you. Bye.